don't talk about YouTube. That's what my wife tells me. Do not talk about YouTube. Okay, I'll try not, but we usually know where that goes. Right now, I just did 2 videos, walked around the yard. Brooke, I was on the treadmill. I wanted to get a little treadmill time for you. Look, it's going without me on it. And realized I didn't have a mic on. This son of a bitch. Let's go back then. Let's see if I could repeat that, what took place. Do I know you? Do I know you? Do you know me? Ask a question in the comment section. Anything you want. Ask me and I will tell you. That's the goofy part, this YouTube stuff. What a weird world it is for those of you just getting started. My name is Brian Harder. This is my new YouTube channel, inspired by my wife and I, who attempted to do a YouTube channel a little more than a year ago, did a travel-related channel, just didn't put any real effort into it. I didn't. Anyway, inspired by watching YouTube, attempting to throw a YouTube channel together. I'll share more with you about that, I am sure, in the future. Not what I'm going to talk about right now, but then starting my own YouTube channel. And don't talk about YouTube! God. But do you know who the heck, do you know who I am? Do you know, what is it you want to know about? And I ask that question only because I don't know who you are. And part of the reason for it is we get these snippets, just this little snapshot, sort of like life in general, I guess. Everything's a little bit of the YouTube world will be a snapshot for all of us, but snapshot in time. I watch part of talking YouTube is I watch a lot of how do you make a YouTube channel. And I get to where I want to know more about this person. I don't want to know how to make a YouTube channel. I want to know, are you married? Are you divorced? Do you have children? Do you have grandchildren? Is there mental illness in your family? Loss of a loved one? I am going to be something new from you folks who are with me right now, who've been with me, my cheerleaders, as I'll call you. I'm a cheerleader. I'm going to try to tip it on its head a little bit this quarter. I've funneled through all 30 videos I made prior to July 1st. One goes out tomorrow. It's the last one. I have nothing banked now, so we'll see how my YouTube journey progresses this quarter. But I don't know who you are, and I realize that when we all jump on here, and is our audio right, and is the lighting right, and what's this sound like, and I'm going to edit out this and that. It's our good face that we have on here. Just like social media, no one's going to put themselves sitting on the shitter. Well, I won't tell you I'll do that. There's some things you do not need to see or do not need to know. And there's some of those things are definitely out there on YouTube, but probably not going to get that from me. It's like jumping into the middle of a TV series, and you do find creators with which you really like. They've been able to capture you on the YouTube screen and pull you in, and that's who you that's who you gravitate towards. At least at this snapshot in time right now, I've got my half dozen 8 people who've been cheerleaders for me, and hopefully I've been a cheerleader from them. And sometimes some of those cheerleaders need to be ones that have some constructive criticism and fire back at you. I deserve to be fired back at more than I have been, and thank you, cheerleaders, for propping me up. But my plan moving forward is make a video a week where I need to do a little learning and possibly throw in very little editing. Podcast. I'm going to start a podcast. Zero idea where it goes, but I'm going to say I'm starting a podcast, and I'm also going to do a live stream each week. Need to mix it up, need to have a little fun. This has been fun for me. Hopefully it will continue to stay fun. And talk to Chappie on the phone, first YouTuber I've ever spoke to on the phone Friday. A great conversation. We talked for an hour, and I think it went by in about 2 seconds. And by the way, Chappie didn't realize that that was a coaching call, and Chappie, you now owe me $1,000. Now, Chappie and I are going to do a podcast or a live stream, or I'm going to have him assist me. I always plead that I don't know anything about technology. I know more than I want to lead on to, but I don't know much. And so Chappie and I are going to do a podcast together, and I'm excited about podcast guests that I'm going to have on. I'm going to have my wife, who's supporter of me being out of her hair playing with this YouTube, and we'll learn a little bit more about who I am and who she is and what we're up to in retirement. We'll probably hear a little bit of our travels and how we plan our travels, and then hear about our families. Our mothers are both still living, and our 6 children, and some of their journeys and struggles, and 2 granddaughters, I should mention, or throw those in there. Those will be podcast guests. I'm also going to have Steve. No one here knows Steve yet. Steve's going to be a guest on my podcast. Steve has been a big supporter. I ain't going to pat him on the back too much. He's a good friend, so that's as much patting on the back as I'm going to give you. But ironically, he didn't beat me up like I expected when I said I was going to do this YouTube stuff. So he's been a bigger supporter than I want to actually tell him. He's going to have to watch this and comment on it. But Steve is going to start a YouTube channel. Now, knowing Steve, it might be he might go under an alias or something. I don't know, but his real name's Steve, and he's going to be a guest on the podcast or live stream. I'm actually going to extend an invitation to those who have been my cheerleaders, propped me up, and anyone else. If you'd like to collaborate, is that what I should use? Is that the word I should use? Look at that part right there. And do something together. I'm a little nervous when I said I've never done this, but I think it will be fun. I think. Sure how to help you with that. Did you hear that? That was Alexa screaming at me over here, and I'm going to be cranking out some music shortly. Why doesn't YouTube allow us to listen to some Leonard Skinner or Marshall Tucker or Aerosmith or Stevie Ray Vaughan? Go on and on and on. I need music behind me right now to get me jazzed up. By the way, Brooke has a 54-second YouTube video, and because watch it right here, or watch it right here, or in the link. Sorry, Brooke, I don't have that hooked up. 54 seconds. You need to sort of just have a little jolt of energy. Watch her do this little dancing video thing. It's fun. I do comment about 1 or 2 or 3 of these channels, and I always feel crappy when I leave out the other 10 or 12 who've always been there and propped me up. But I didn't walk around. Like I say, I didn't have the mic on for the last 2 videos I did. I just made this one long one now. Any other notes I took? No, that's it. Let's see where this next quarter's journey in YouTube takes me. I hope it takes me with another pound or 2 going down, and watch what's going into the pie hole. I don't need 10 chocolate chip cookies, just 1 or 2 or 3. I don't know. Have a good day. Steve, podcast. Oh yeah, I'd be remiss not to mention Peter. Locker room talk with Peter and my children. Talk to you later. Bye.